and we're back. You're tuned into Sport Federation TV. I'm Lenyukta Chetty. Our final guest tonight is from Ambassadors Football Club. We've got Brent James in the studio as the chairperson of Ambassadors Football Club to give us information about their amazing club. Welcome, Brent.
Thank you so much.
And it's your first time on the show.
Yes,
Hey.
it is.
Well, you're the chairperson of the club, so you must have some football background. What's your history with the sport?
Yeah, a little bit of background. I started playing, I think, when I was like 8 years old, back in Ocean View when I was a young boy, and then just continued to play the game. Funny enough, there was a period when I wasn't part of playing soccer, and I went into some badminton. But my first love.
That was your bad phase, hey?
Maybe a bit of a bad, but a good phase as well. And then my first love just brought me back to soccer.
Yeah.
And then got stuck into that for probably the last 20 years now.
20 years?
Yeah.
All right. And now you're an administrator. Do you still play?
No, I don't play anymore. Yeah, my body's not as young as what it used to be, so I went into administration rather than trying to hurt myself playing.
Okay, okay. Well, you're the spine of everything that happens. The administrators are always the backbone of the operation.
Yeah.
Now, Ambassadors Football Club, have you been involved with that club for a very long time?
Yes, I've been the chairman for the last 16 years, and then played for 2 or 3 years before that.
Yeah.
So probably in total, been about 18, 19 years with the club now.
Yeah. Now there's so many football clubs all over the country and especially in the Western Cape. What inspired the birth of Ambassadors Football Club?
Well, Ambassadors birthed out of an organization that was in the USA, and they came and planted a club in the community. And at the time, it was just 2 teams, or an under 13 team, wanting to do things differently in the community. So teaching kids life skills, things that we hear about a lot, but actually just doing it. And so that was the birth of the club many years ago. And that is probably the biggest thing that attracted me to it at the time, because at the time I came just to play as a senior, but then seeing what they did with the juniors got me a lot more interested in what the club was actually doing within the community.
And in the 16 years that the club has been in existence, what has been the highlights for you? And for your players as well.
Yeah, I think just growth that we've had within the club. Like I said, when we started, we had 1 team, 1 junior team and 1 senior team. And now we have multiple teams. We have all the way from U8s all the way to seniors, which is our over 40s. So it's been a massive growth within the club. And then, yeah, that's probably been the biggest thing for us as a club.
And how do you manage to hold on? Well, actually, besides holding on to existing membership, how do you manage to draw new membership when you're competing with so many clubs in the region?
I think the same thing that drew me to the club is drawing many other people to the club. So what we do, it's not what we do, it's the way we do things. I think that's what we're proud about. And so you compete, as you mentioned, with lots of other clubs in the community. You've got some high-profile clubs, and so what we do differently is when we gather and when we start our day, we actually started with a prayer. So we've got everyone that comes and joins for that, and then we do our life skills, and then we do our coaching. So all our players will come together and gather, and then they go out and do their training and go to the coaches. But that's like the one thing I think that we do very differently to other people or other clubs. They just go straight into the coaching, and so we focus a bit more on life skills and those kind of things for the kids.
Tell us more about this life skills. I love hearing this. You're one of the first guests that told me about incorporation of life skills into your development programs.
Yeah, so it's trying to help kids to make different decisions, better decisions, to have hope, to be inspired, to dream big. And when we say dream big, lots of kids dream big and think that they can only play football, and that's going to be their life. And so we kind of bring it back and say there are other things in life. The percentage of successful footballers in South Africa is very little, and those that go on to play even professional in another part of the world. So you've got to back it up with making sure that you're doing well in school or going to school firstly. So we show interest in those kind of things before we even worry about the soccer or football, however you want to refer to it. So it's those little things, and then those are the things that people actually come to us. So parents say, listen, we come to the club because you're different to other clubs. You do things differently. I believe the way we speak to our kids are different as coaches and as an administration. I believe the way that we treat each other as administrators is also different, different kind of conversations. And so being very pro kids and trying to teach lessons to kids, simple things like we do not allow alcohol on the facility, so no kid will see any of our members drinking on the field and not think that it's okay that if I play soccer, this is a norm. So I play soccer, I see seniors drinking, and so this is what I have to do. So we believe in those little things that we do that's different. And so
lead by example.
Yeah, sometimes you don't. You lose some players. It's like a revolving door. You go into a mall, you go in by the door, you go out the other side. And so we have the same scenario that players come and go. But the funny thing is, those players that come back say to us, we've been to other clubs, we've now experienced what we thought would be better, and it's actually different compared to what we had in the past.
Lovely, that's beautiful, and that would definitely be a drawing card. Hey, if we look at the community that you're based in, and you're based in Crawford.
Yeah, yes we are. So we're based in Crawford, but we reach as far as from Muizenberg. People are driving from Muizenberg, Strandfontein, Fairways, and then going back the other side. We had some players come from Kensington and Maitland. So it's a vast area that people come to. And so again, you ask yourself, why do people want to drive that far to play? Because there's so many other clubs that they could play quite close to home. And when you have conversation with them, they're like, we love the culture that the club has.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's fantastic to hear that you have such a holistic approach to management of the club, and you obviously have support from the parents and the other volunteers involved.
Definitely, this is not a one-man band. I'm one of 9 executive members, and I think the privilege that we have as a team is that we have people that have the same, have a common goal, common interest, common goal. Want to see the best for the kids, and so we have that we work together with. And then you have parents that come alongside that, who also buy into the vision of the club and buy into the culture of the club. And so it makes my job as the chairperson a lot easier, working with people who have a common goal and common interest.
No, beautiful. So you've got a big tournament coming up. Hey, the Heritage Ambassadors Cup.
Yes, we do. It's our 5th edition. We're really proud of it. It started very small 5 years ago, and so where it is today, it's been some massive growth for us as a club.
Yeah. Tell us about that tournament. What can one expect as a spectator, as a player?
So it was, initially we had just an under-10 tournament, and we thought we'd trial it out because our parents wanted something specific. So I think it's one of the only youth tournaments around that runs in one day, only one day. It starts in the morning, it ends in the afternoon.
Parents love that.
Parents absolutely love it. They don't want to go for 5 days, 6 days. So that was a key thing in trying to find something niche in the market that we knew that parents were looking for. And so we came up with this concept. We started with under 10s, and then it literally took off after the first year. Year 2 doubled, so we started with 22 teams, and let's just fast forward to last year, we had 112 teams participate in the tournament, and we were still able to do it like in one day. So it's a thing we're proud of, and there's little things that we do different again. So we look for the little things that makes us different. We're the only soccer tournament that will have 2 referees on the field, like they do in hockey.
Yeah.
So 1 for each half, and so that gives spectators a different kind of feel, gives parents, gives players, like there's 2 referees. They almost feel like there's special attention.
And people trust the result.
I suppose we were a bit advanced with VAR. We started a bit earlier, so maybe if you look at it that way. But there's these little things that we really look at. And so parents, when they come, they know that I'm going to support my son wholeheartedly, or daughter, for the time of the tournament, because it's only that long, and then I get to leave, can bring the whole family, pack your snacks, do whatever you need to do. There's stuff on sale,
and there's 2 refs on the field.
And there's 2 refs. It's the only tournament you go to where you have 2 referees on the field at the same time.
Ah, beautiful. So where will this tournament be, and when will it take place?
It will take place on the 24th of September, which is Heritage Day.
Yeah.
And it will take place at the College of Cape Town's fields in Crawford.
Yeah.
So that's in Crombom Road at the College of Cape Town.
All right. And now for the spectators, obviously this is a family-friendly affair. What amenities will be available for the spectators on the day?
So we have, it's mostly just the spectating of the day, but then one of the things that we always try and do is we try and partner with a organization, another organization other than, well, not the club, and try and raise awareness for that organization.
Right.
So what we've done in the past is we've invited guest teams and we highlight a celebrity match or something, and then part of what we make on the day, the proceeds go towards another foundation, or it goes to another organization that we in our community, and we say, okay, we want to partner with other people because we get to raise awareness for what they do as well. And so parents look out for that. The one year we had a blind soccer team play against some professional players, and then we blindfolded all the professional players, and they looked really silly playing against the blind people, absolutely annihilated them. But that was just giving a different perspective for kids and for parents to see, like, okay, when you talk about blind soccer, people are like, oh, that's even a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time I'm hearing about it.
So it gives people a different perspective, and we had some good feedback from coaches and clubs once they've left, and they said, you know what, like the tournament was great, but the only thing the kids spoke about were the blind people playing. So for us, that meant that we reached our goal.
And there's so much of lessons you're teaching children by exposing them to that. Hey, about respect and about not underestimating people's abilities based on what they can't do.
Definitely, because when the blind people are coming onto the field, they're all being led onto the field. You can see that they're blind. All the sighted people are like, okay, what are they doing here? And then the game starts, and then they realize, okay, these guys are playing soccer. And there's a little bell in the ball, so they're following the sound, and it's amazing to actually watch them do it.
Wow, wow! I'd come to watch that. So once again, that date for the tournament, so that people can come and watch your two refs on the field.
It's the 24th of September.
Yeah,
it's a Tuesday. So yeah, it's gonna be a smashing one this year.
Yes, and that's Heritage Day as well.
On Heritage Day.
Hence the Heritage Ambassadors Cup.
Yeah.
Well, very nice to meet you, Brent. Congratulations on your holistic approach that you've managed to implement and the success you've achieved with your club members and the growth. We wish you all the best and all the successes in future.
Thank you so much.
All right. And that's it for tonight. We had some amazing sports that we showcased. Remember, you can catch the show on CTV every Friday night at 9 p.m. That's channel 263, repeated Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. If you haven't found a sport that you love just yet, we hope you find a sport just perfect for you. And whatever sport you're playing this weekend and the week ahead, lekker speel. I'm Len Ch263. Thank you for tuning in to Sport Federation TV.